Unity offers you a series of templates that you can use as starting point. In this video, I will show you how to edit this VR template, adding your own 3D model. So let's start with the basics. You create a new Unity project. Here you select everything from the name of the project, if you want it on GitHub, and so on. And here on the main screen, you can see many templates. I'm using the latest version of Unity, the 6000.4.5. And here you will see there is the VR template. So you select this template, you fill in all the data here, and then you create a new project. As a first step, I would suggest you to create a build right away as a first test before adding anything to the template. So you basically grab your headset, you link it with the USB-C cable to your computer. Okay, now you are in the home. You press the Meta button and you click on Link. Launch. So at this point, Meta launched this application on your computer, the Meta Horizon Link application. And instead on your headset, you will see an infinite gray space, which is the MetaQuest Link space. And that's useful because we can only run applications from Unity once we are in the MetaQuest Link. So you launch your Unity project, and this is what you see. This is the VR template. And now we are going to try to create the first build with whatever is available here. You click on File, you go to Build Profiles, and here we are going to check some settings. First of all, we need an Android profile, because even if this is Meta Horizon operating system, it came from Android. And when you want to create a build for the MetaQuest, you need Android. So here you will have to add Android. Here, and there are some properties that we will change. For example, usually ASTC is the right one for the MetaQuest. And here, if it is connected, it should detect your device. In this case, it doesn't detect it, but you will see here if it detects the MetaQuest 3. And it has to be turned on and not on standby. So for example, it was on standby before, so it was not appearing in this list, but now it's not on standby anymore, and I can see it here. If you don't see it here, you can click on refresh and you should be able to see it. So you select Oculus Quest 3S. Still with the old name, despite this is Meta now. Interesting. Now we're going to change some settings in Edit, Project Settings. We have OpenXR already set up for MetaQuest. At this point, you can give it a try and try to click on Build and Run. You select the folder, the file name, and you click on Save. Sometimes when you're trying to build, you get these errors. I will make another tutorial for this on how to fix this, but since we are here and I don't want you to switch to another video, you click on Edit, Project Settings. There is a section Project Validation. And if you have any issues here, often you find also a button Fix. And if you click there, if it's an easy fix, it will try to resolve it. That's a blessing, I can tell you, because when I was using Unity, I think it was 2013, that was the beginning. All of this was not there. So you should be thankful that Unity added all of this, because now it's so much easier. Okay, now is the point in which you have to decide which 3D object you want to import into the scene. So I decided to import a 3D model, this cube from Super Mario, and add it in the scene as an interactable object. Then I position it a little bit closer to the player. Of course, I had to scale it because it was too big. and I had to make sure that all the game objects were assigned so it could be really interactable. So first of all, Rigidbody, like here, 10, 0, 0.5. So that's the mass. Then we need XR Grab Interactable. So this is a script, a software script that allow you to interact with the game object with this coin block. So XR Interactable. Okay, is XR Grab Interactable. So we add that. Of course, there are some properties. I will take care of that later. And XR Grab, XR General Grab Transformer. That's it. What kind of properties are different in this script compared to the default one? Well, you have to enable this. This allows you to use both hands or controllers to grab the object. These are the same. And these are the same. So you can keep all the rest like the default. Of course, you double check your scene. Sample scene is the only one I have. Build and run. Now at this point, you probably notice that if you try it in VR, the cube is not there. I will show you why. That's why. So the cube is falling, and it's falling because it's a rigid body and there is no collider. So usually the floor has a collider, and a collider is, how can I explain it? An entity, let's say, that collides with another one. So if you have a smartphone and you have another smartphone, if you drop this at the top, it will collide with this. So the same happens between the cube and the floor. So if you take a close look at Cube Interactable, here, first of all, you have a new script that we didn't add. And here, cube call is cube collider. You see it here. So what we are going to do is to add here a box collider. There are many types. This is a box collider. More or less, it would be the same. And here you will find size and the center. Center is usually 0 for cubes, and the sides should match more or less the cube. You will see it here. So this box, the green box, is the size. And instead you will see it also here in the default one. You will see it includes the cube. So we go back here, we take this collider, and we try to increase it. So instead of .5, we can put 1. That is probably too much. Okay, now it looks more or less correct. And we are going to add also this XR Interactable affordable, maybe, state provider. And here you have, okay, so we're going to drag and drop the cube here. Here is more or less the same. Okay, here we have 2 more things. So probably we want to separate these 2 objects. So create empty. We are going to create an game object inside. So interaction afford. Let's got it. And we are going to add it here. So we moved the script from here, which we will rename collider, box collider, cube collider, and here you have more. So you have the color and you have the audio. For now, let's just stop here. We save the scene, we press play, and we double check that the cube is not falling through the floor. See, now the cube is stopping at the floor level, and we can try it in VR now. Okay, we are in the room, we have our cube, and here we can see the interactions. We press the button over the lateral button to grab, and you can see I can grab it and move it, and if I release it fall on the floor. And with the wheel here I can move it in a distance. Here something weird is going on, probably a collision, or I can move it close to me. Commands. But yeah, you're gonna have some fun. See, I just throw it here and there, and now it's gone forever. But yeah, so it worked.